Hello, good evening to the show. My name is Ama Pratt and I'd like to welcome you to the couch. Attire made beautifully by DB Film Form, but it's been a crazy day. First, we had to be in Parliament to record. You see that on Thursday. I promise you love that interview. And so, and so many other things. And so, got here, time factor, all of that had to rush into the studio. So I promise you need to watch tomorrow and watch Thursday and watch Friday. If for nothing at all, for ATL and for Davis Clues, I promise you love them. Promise. Good evening again, welcome to the show. My name is Ama Pratt. It's great to wear beautiful fabrics and look good. Trust me, you know tomorrow. Hi, welcome to the show.
How are you?
Well, this evening, our show is about philanthropic work during this COVID-19. It's what we started last week, Tuesday as well. We have decided for the next couple of Tuesdays. You know that on Tuesdays we do social issues and lifestyle issues. And so for the next couple of Tuesdays, we are going to be staying on philanthropic work during this coronavirus time. It's a very stressful time. A pandemic season is never a good season. However, some great souls, some humanitarians have taken it upon themselves that even at this time, of a pandemic, they would go out there, reach out, shine some light, and show some love to all of us. And I feel, and the rest of the team feels, all of us here at Pan-African TV believe that these are great initiatives that we need to throw light on, and if we can help, so that all of us, I keep saying this, we all hold our hands together and get through this. My guest for this evening is Marriam Sanusi. She happens to be the Light Upon Light Foundation and Humanitarian Services founder. Now, she founded this, and tonight we're going to throw light on this foundation and also get to know what she's been up to, humanitarian-wise during COVID-19. Welcome, Marriam.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to
You're
meet
so
you
pretty.
too. Thank you. You're pretty too.
Let's talk about Light Upon Light Foundation.
Okay. When we say Light Upon Light Foundation is a non-profit organization that seeks to provide sponsorship for orphans, less privileged and needy. What we do is humanitarian work, and we've realized that we can do this through education, that is both formal and informal education. So we made it our main goal to touch on the formal and the informal education, because we realized that if we always give them fish, they would always be coming back, but we want to teach them how to fish. That is why we are emphasizing on the education, both formal and informal.
How long have you been in existence?
Actually, we started long, but formally we registered in 2016.
Oh, wow.
But we started before. We were doing our social works before we registered the foundation.
Oh, okay. So this is a foundation that was in existence before coronavirus.
Yes, please.
Wow. And you wanted to educate who specifically?
Actually, you see the orphans, some of them, due to the situations they find themselves, some of them have to drop out, some of them even don't go to school because they do not have people to take care of them. So those are our targets, and the less privileged out there, because some of them are very intelligent. They have parents, but their parents cannot take care of them. We have someone who got a very good grade in the BEC but cannot further the education, so we support. Even tertiary, we do support with the little we have. Yeah.
Amazing stuff. So how are you identifying these orphans? How are you identifying them?
Some of them come to us. Some of them too, we have other people around who will tell you that this person is, and some of them also are on the street. So we meet them on the street, talk to them. They have nowhere to lay their hairs on. So we do get other friends, maybe family members, and we, please, can you take care of this child for me? Maybe we would be supporting with it. Yeah.
Wow.
That's what we do.
So how many kids, on the top of your head?
Actually, we are dealing with 40 kids for now.
40 kids?
Yes, 40 kids for now.
And specifically, what are you doing for these 40 kids?
It's about, we just provide them with the education, feeding, so it's not easy. It's not been easy for us, although, but we are trying our best to support support them through education and also to feed them what they would take as their daily bread.
Wow. So let's talk coronavirus. In this coronavirus time,
yes,
you know, what have you been doing?
You see, this epidemic is really, it has really caused a negative, tremendous impact to the whole world, not only Ghana. And, you know, our social lifestyles has changed, and the economy is transforming into an unexpected reality, you see. So
a cheap phrase came to my mind, but I keep it to myself.
So, this coronavirus, it has affected us too as a foundation, because people are not even willing to donate to us because they do not know the future. Some people are holding back because they don't know what will happen. So it really affecting us. But as an NGO, we are supposed to educate people on how to prevent the spread of this COVID-19. So we take it upon ourselves to educate them on how to have a personal hygiene, and also how to understand the social distance protocol. Then this is what we go around to educate them on. That's the first step. And the second step, we took it upon ourselves to feed them. We always feed like 600 people per day.
You're feeding 600 people in a day?
Yes, which include the widows, the aged, the what do you call it? You see, those who came from other countries and they do not have place to sleep. So we do take food for them. So a day we feed almost 600 per day during this COVID.
How are you funded, first of all? Who's funding?
It's not been easy. We do not have a sponsor to fund, but family and friends, we see, you see, I have a supportive family. My mom, my aunties, my husband, my mother-in-law, my siblings, they've been supportive. Then we have friends out there who support. And, you know, some of them, we also have Facebook friends who see what we do and they still support with the little they can. And also, you know, we are into business. So the little we get from our business, we put it back because it's a passion we have to help those in need.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I hear you say we. Who are these we? I want to know about the rest of the team. Who and who constitutes Light Upon Light Foundation? Light
Upon Light Foundation is made up of seven people, which I'm the founder. Then we have, I should mention the names.
Please go ahead if you may.
We have Rafik Tete. We have Marriam Sanusi. We have Nadia. We have Abubakar Amit. And our we have our Amir, which is Sheikh Harun, which happens to be our Amir and our advisor. He's a Sheikh, and he works with the Saudi Arabian embassy, I think. So that's what
amazing stuff. So far, all that you do, you fund by yourselves?
Yes, we fund
by yourselves. And I'm curious about how you are doing these distributions. For instance, the widows. Let's start with the widows. And I asked this question earlier, but you didn't really answer it.
The widows, actually, we don't give them cooked food. We give them uncooked food. Like,
how are you identifying
How
them?
do we identify them?
That these people are,
you know, I grew up in the Zongo. So even though when I got married, I have to leave there, there are a lot of them I know. I already know personally, and I've seen that they are suffering. And some of them would call you too. I'm a widow. I have 4 kids. I cannot take care of them. I need your support. So I go there, meet them, and really make sure that they are widows, ask questions around, and I just add them to my people. Yeah.
Wow. So literally, you pack these foodstuffs and you hand them over to these widows. How about the foreigners? You said there were other people who have come to Ghana.
You know, they do know how, during this pandemic, they do not have place to sleep because mostly they sleep in the mosques, and all those mosques have been locked, so they sleep on the streets, okay? So maybe in front of people's shops. So we know where they are. We cook and we just go and distribute to them every day.
Wow.
Every day.
Who are those doing the cooking? If you don't mind my accent.
Yes. May God bless my mom.
Mommy's cooking. Yum yum.
She has been doing all the cooking. She has been doing all the cooking, and may God really bless her for us.
Amen.
Yes,
Amen.
because
And
she's
keep
also
her
getting
long.
the blessing.
Amen. Amen. Okay, so your mom does the cooking. Well, I mean, curious, what type of food are we serving?
Oh, we serve rice, we serve wache, we serve banku. All except for food that maybe we don't serve, but TZ, all we serve them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We give them the best. We wouldn't say because of the situation we are just giving them anything. No. If you go to our Facebook page, you would even see the kind of food we serve them. Because sometimes we record the food and put it on our pages, so you will see the kind of food we serve them.
You say amazing stuff. What's the motivation? What is it? What is it that is moving you to be so generous?
You know, there's one thing I keep on telling myself, that when you are successful, we say Alhamdulillah, like we thank God.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah.
And when there is misfortune or when there is hardship, you still say Alhamdulillah, because you do know.
Alhamdulillah. What does it mean?
You thank God, like thank you God.
Oh, thank you God.
When there is hardship, you still have to thank God, you know, because you do not know why God is testing you with that hardship. Let's say, for instance, maybe I never knew what poverty is all about, and of suddenly I felt poverty for maybe a few months or something. Do you think God doesn't love me? That's why he changed my life? No. He wants to tell me something. And what he wants to tell me is that he wants me to feel the pain of others. So I know the pain of being poor. I know what they go through. So I can't stand and look at them and let everything know. I can also be on full stomach whilst others are on empty stomach out there. So that motivated me that no, I cannot sit down and make them suffer, because I have that passion of helping the needy. It's something I have passion from
Sorry, Marriam. So what are we looking at now on the screen? What's happening?
Okay, this one is during the Ramadan.
Okay.
You know, we have to give some food to the widows to start up with their Ramadan.
So what's down?
That's sugar, Milo, and milk. So we give them. So every week we give them something. Every week.
Sugar, Milo, and milk.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Every week.
That's what, 6 tins of milk, right?
Yes,
am I right?
Yes, it's 6 for 1 week.
Okay.
So the next week we give them rice, oil, and the Lipton. You know, we mix it up. That's what we do to them.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And what's happening here?
I was educating the Form 3 students who were going to write exams last year. So I was motivating them on telling them to learn hard and make it afterwards. I was just educating them on how to make good grades. That's what I was doing.
So you take it upon yourself to go around the schools and talk to...
Yes.
It's very important.
Yes, I do those things.
It's very important. Success stories are, you know, everything. What's happening here?
Yeah, the same thing. I'm distributing food for the orphans, the needy, what's the name? The widows and the aged. These are their things I'm packaging for them.
And you're saying that you are funded by friends and family.
Yeah. And I'm still hoping I'll get a sponsor soon.
Okay, so if somebody is watching you now and the person wants to help sponsor you, what number can the person reach you on?
Oh, if you want to help me, you can reach me on our you can reach us on our website, lightsuponlightfoundation.com. You can equally donate there, or through our MTN mobile money 0554 600 498.
Okay, but if somebody wants to just call you,
you can equally call the same number.
On that number?
Yes.
Could you please give the number again?
0554 600 498.
Okay, I think the number is on the screen as well.
Yes.
It says to sponsor or support, call, and then those numbers appear.
Yes.
Amazing stuff, Marriam. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Keep at it. Keep doing this. It's great. I mean, if we take care of each other,
yes,
it's all that matters, isn't it? It's all that matters. So, I mean, to conclude on this segment, coronavirus. What are your thoughts?
Coronavirus. Coronavirus is very real, but some of us, especially in our Zongo communities, do not take it serious. But it's very real. We need to take the precautions, wash our hands, sanitize ourselves. And what I want to add is about our kids. It's like we've forgotten our kids. Let's take it like fun in the house to teach them how to wash their hands every 10-20 minutes. If they play with the sun, they rush to wash their hands, whatever they do. And we should teach them how to wear the face mask, because maybe very soon they'll go back to school and they'll be wearing it. You know, kids, someone can remove his own and give it to his friends, which would not be a good
That
thing.
would be a problem.
So we should start teaching them from home as if we are having fun, and they'll get used to it. That no, you're not supposed to share your face mask with anyone. You know, that is what we should start teaching our children now, I think.
Even as we get them ready to go to school. Do you think it's time to go to school, though?
Oh, no.
Let me just pick your brain on that one.
No,
Do you think
no.
it's time to go to school?
I don't
Why
think
not?
so.
Why not?
For the kids.
You have kids?
Yes.
How many, if you don't mind me
One.
asking? One. And are you not tired already? Every mother is tired.
No, I'm not. I'm not
Every
tired.
mother is tired.
I'm not tired because of there's a situation. It is not like she's just at home or something. No, there is a situation, and we are all fighting this situation. So I cannot be tired.
So you're not ready for the kids to go to school?
No,
just
no.
yet.
For now, they should wait for us to see the way forward before.
Before.
Yeah.
It's been amazing getting to know you and listening to this beautiful story this evening, Marriam Sanusi. Sanusi. More grace to your elbow. More grace to your elbow. Beautiful stuff. Keep at it. Don't stop. Keep at it. Don't stop. So, viewers, we have been talking to Marriam Sanusi. She happens to be founder for Light Upon Light Foundation and Humanitarian Services. I'll say that again. Light Upon Light Foundation and Humanitarian Services. She gave her number earlier. Please do reach out to her. On one of the flyers, I saw you were asking for soap. Right? You're asking for soap, liquid soap, and things like that. So if you have something that, you know, she can, perhaps you have the
But I also want to
you don't know who to give it out to.
You see, the ban on the social gathering has been lifted up to 100 people. But, you know, we have to fumigate our society, like the mosques, the churches. So we would also plead with people who could support us to do that, especially the
fumigation.
Mosques, yes, the mosques, the churches, and the social places around, so that it would help all of us.
Absolutely. So please do use the number that, you know, was on the screen earlier, the number that she gave out. Donation in kind, donation in cash, Momo. You want to call her to encourage her to keep at it, please do. You know, like I keep saying, there's a time we all hold our hands together, you know, and then we fight the personal wars and we fight the, you know, pandemic as well. Thank you so much, Maria.
You're welcome.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll come with the next philanthropic activity, if I can say that. Stay with us. Stay with us.
it's incredible! Bang on target!
I didn't come to do come and see. I'm my friend on a couple there. So those can never come here, so no bit mama. Hey, you, Daddy. Yes. So when you bought for, and I was a mobile. Bought for ointment. Why never? Bought for in every hay. Oh, let's say when you bought for. I drew with me to the swan. Sorry. What's it? I drew when I walk up, rubber memoir. Your body running friend Mali, po, passoa. What true for was me dancing in one preaching. What they me dancing in your copas and other from Wabami Haya, a young copy, Usisi, Waposo, a woman and a timbre Museno, Nemuyania. So when your ultimate be the fire. See what?
Tania now white woman sway, made the buffalo cream a treaty money yinako. Pimples, a crock, a jam, a proper one amani area would way. What the and chili good siumu, now the buffalo soap can straswa, 5 minutes at chi, now the buffalo cream a strasso, a best sunny in from a huato. What for herbal products?
Or man for Jatunti, or some Male, Popa, Passoa.
African Center for Capacity Building, AFCAP, organizes the following executive and advanced certificate programs like Executive Certificate in Project Management, Executive Certificate in Human Resource Management, Executive Certificate in Real Estate and Property Management, Executive Certificate in Data and Records Keeping, Executive Certificate in Monitoring and Evaluation, Executive Certificate in Logistics and Transport Management, Executive Certificate in CCTV Monitoring and Installation. AFCAP, where capacity building is our priority. For registration and enquiries, please call 0244 405047, 0242135523. We have our branches in Accra, Tamale, Kumasi, and Wa. Saturdays and weekdays sessions are available. Admission is still in progress. Enroll now. Join the African professionals. AFCAP, where capacity building is our priority.
When are you back?
Yes. What's what you basic kind of me mama won bra wo de bia na say what appointment no mami one kasa kra ya me bia da se mama ba po awo hwe aduroi bo me ni mabusuafo me ma me ho tutuo eba ontimi nda ena bo appointment age no kotodwe ba bibia da tutu woni petuem e bo appointment enti ye kra ya bo ni mnane male Popa, be the fire. See what?
Tania now white woman sway, made the buffalo cream a treaty money yinako. Pimples, a crock, a jam, a proper one amani area would way. What the and chili good siumu, now the buffalo soap can straswa, 5 minutes at chi, now the buffalo cream a strasso, a best sunny in from a huato. Buffalo herbal products.
Or man for Jatunti, or some Male, Popa, Passoa.
Oh, it's incredible! Bang on target!
back. Welcome back from the break. If you are just joining in, we are continuing from last Tuesday's show, philanthropic work during COVID-19. Great stuff, amazing souls that are reaching out and helping people. I love stuff like that. Shining light on all of us, gracing us with their beautiful souls and their beautiful faces as well. Hey, ladies. Hi. Okay, so in the studio with me now is Essie Essel Koomson, right, and Efiba Essel Koomson, and both of these gorgeous ladies are with the Kwesi Akuma Foundation. Did I murder the name?
No, you did good.
Okay, great. Let's talk about the foundation. Tell me about the foundation.
Do you want to go? Okay. So basically, Kwesi is our dad, our late dad, and
we have that in common.
Oh, we're bonding. And he just had a passion for helping. Like he had a very interesting upbringing. We'll bore you with that story another time. But he had a passion for helping, especially women, because his love for his mother just, and all she did to help him get to where he made it in life, made him want to give back to the female population, especially in his hometown. So Kwesi Akuma, basically Kwesi's heart, is the premise. Yeah,
Akuma.
I know.
Oh, okay.
We're trying to be clever.
Our nan's name is Essie
Essie Akuma. His mom.
We merged the two, and then we noticed in merging it that
it's Kwesi's heart
Kwesi's heart, which actually
made him and his mom,
which was exactly what it was.
Makes it even more meaningful,
right? Yeah, okay. And we just want to help. Like basically, if you're blessed with more than enough, why not help someone who doesn't have nearly enough? That was the idea that we all grew up with in our household. It's just help when you can. There's no point in being greedy or stingy. I mean, it doesn't help anyone of the world.
Hoarding it all.
Yeah, but even you have people that have next to nothing that pay tithes at church. You will always have people that have something more than somebody else. Even if it's 1 cedi or 100 cedi more. There'll always be somebody less fortunate than you, and we were raised to help. Really, and we lost track of that along the way when we were grieving. But you
ladies are back on track.
We set up the foundation to support all the charities and all the work that he started in his lifetime. And
So how long? I mean, how young or how old is this foundation?
Well, it's
what, a couple
like
of years.
A few years. It's fairly young, but then the idea behind the foundation has been alive for a very long time, longer than I have been alive. But yeah, so basically, our dad set up a school in his hometown, Mother Teresa School for Girls, and everything's free, when he was alive and actively giving back, the school was doing so well. And after his passing and in our grief, we kind of lost sight of his vision and his goal that he was trying to move towards. So a few years ago, we came back to that point where we're like, we really need to give back to the school. We were still doing that through our companies.
We have other charities as well.
Okay.
So we still give back, but it wasn't something that we're even interested in remotely. It was like, okay, fine, 1%. It was more mechanical than anything.
Like we'll give because we have enough to give and help, and that's what our dad believed in. But this, for us, is something that we wanted to get involved with at the core, because
I'm sorry, you left me at some point. You know what? The point at which you left me.
The school.
The point at which the school is free, unless I'm
So our father passed away 10 years ago.
Okay.
But before he passed away, he had a school for quite some time. I think it was several years. And at the time, obviously, now we have free SHS, but at the time, 15, 20 years ago, of course, we didn't. So he set up a school that had girls from kindergarten all the way up to SSS, and he paid for everything.
It was
on Valentine's Day.
So a private school that was free.
Yes, basically.
So he had it. So it was called Mother Teresa because we were raised
so it's still
Catholic.
there. It's still in Senya.
But like over the time after his passing, when we kind of all fell off the whole idea, it became sort of a government school under the Catholic Church, but it is still subsidized. So what we decided to do, because we were still helping them over the years with, upkeep and maintenance and things that they, like when the monies were falling short or behind schedule, we would step in to help them, run as best as they could. But a few years ago, we came together and we decided that, you know what, we're going to have to do something more focused with the school. Because, I mean, when you go there, everyone there knows about my dad. It's like, that guy that was so great, you know, he used to send them, like...
On Valentine's Day, he would send 500 girls. Like, some of them probably didn't even know what chocolate was, because they were so young.
Little Valentine's
gifts. He would send them Valentine's boxes. So they told us when we were doing the COVID-19 relief, they were like, well, KK used to bring us Valentine's boxes, so can we make sure that...
revive Valentine's?
We're going to do that, of course we will.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, and he believed in the idea that, like, no matter...
And for
where
girls,
you came from, you need to believe in the value.
Us girls, we're always in Africa, especially. We're secondary, almost
all the time.
And he didn't want that. So.
No, he wanted us to believe that we're strong and we're powerful and we deserve everything.
Let's say that out loud. Let's own it.
Even better. Given the same opportunities, I think we all know what sex would dominate everything.
Right. Yeah, because God is a woman. Let's just own it. Like, God is a woman.
You know, but we have a focus, or we had a focus to begin with. We focused on helping more the rural areas. So you'll notice when the photos come up that there are a lot of like rural areas in the photos. So that was the focus. Help. And we went all the way. We give some percentage of our profits from our companies to the fund.
Can I ask what company?
So there's KK Insurance Brokers.
So we do insurance.
And then there's KK Reinsurance Brokers. And then there's Gateway Africa Investments Limited. And
some other. Anyway,
so these are mostly financial.
Yes.
So you guys are big on the CSR.
Well, we actually did a separate CSR with one of our companies. Our older sister spearheaded that. They went out to Tema, Kumasi, all our other, because we have branches in different places.
What's happening here, ladies? What's happening here?
That's true. Okay, so we were sweating. It was actually quite fun because we have to follow the schedule, and we're always bagging things, and obviously with our masks and the gloves, guys, always stay safe. COVID-19 is real, and so we bagged a lot of. We've done, and clap really, over 1,000 bags of like food bags of rice, oil, sardines, tinapa, different things. We've done Gary, beans, we've done a lot of bags, and we were aiming for 1,000. A friend, we did it with a friend of ours. She's the Wishing Well organization that's going to come up soon. They've done so well. They started that drive because our main focus is not food. When she started the drive, her name is Mabel Senanu. That's the Wishing Well Foundation that just came up. She started the drive. She did 100 bags for her, I think it was Easter. And then I said to her, just before Easter, and I said to her, I want to help. And she's like, this is what she's doing. So we started on the railway, in airport, because our offices are down there. So we literally started along. So we started on the railway and we carried on. So we just kept doing bags and following along. And then we sent some to Senya Breaker, which is where my father is from. We did Bosoku, which I don't really know what it is. And then Kaswa and all these other places. Even sometimes I would put some in my boot, and I would just drive down the road and open the boot and ask people to take. You know what I mean? And you would see.
For the golf club as well, because there's so many caddies.
The caddies at the golf club. Our parents play golf. And the caddies haven't had any work income for 3 months.
Because insofar as the club is closed, they're not caddying anyone.
They're not making any income. And you've got Celebrity Golf Club, which is in Tema. We started with Achimota, and I think Mom said there was another one, and they really have no income. The golf club tries to cook for them and everything, but really they get paid when they work. So I think we did about 100 bags, almost 100 bags. We've still got a lot more coming, and it's come out of nowhere. Die of starvation every year. That is a whole population. I didn't know that until
COVID-19,
until all of this. So in a way, we started something, and it's going to completely shape. I mean, we have foundations that are centered around education.
Yeah. All
At
of
the
them,
very
pretty
least, this
much.
foundation should be completely broad to include as many different aspects of our society. And when the time comes,
amazing stuff. Listen,
thank
doing this, it's just taught me that indeed, you know how in school they tell you that with everything there's positives and negatives.
Yeah.
And I always insist that no, some things just have negatives. You can't have positives with
that's
them.
the kind of person that this is me.
I'm the silver lining.
Yeah, I'm the.
But guess what? Here's a silver lining with COVID-19. I mean, who would have
Surprisingly.
thought? Surprise.
Yeah,
That
surprisingly.
it's literally forcing us to look at our society again.
Yeah.
It's literally forcing us to pick up a mirror and look at ourselves again.
Yeah.
And see where the loopholes are really, like what you just said.
No, I agree. I mean, and we posted on Facebook, and I was a bit shy. Because I don't like things like that. My Facebook is for pictures of food and things like that, you know, or travel. And my Instagram, sorry. And we put some money together. We got some money from different companies and things like that. And I was like, you know what? We could do so much more if we're spending 100 cedis on a bag to feed a family for a few days or whatever. An extra 100 cedis from somebody means another family gets to have this gift, so to speak. So I posted it grudgingly on Instagram.
I know the feeling, because sometimes it's so hard to go around soliciting once, even when the intention is good.
And
I know the feeling.
And the help came. You know, the help came. People are willing to give. And you know what? You don't have to give to a charity or us or anybody. You can
put
just
the bag together yourself.
put it together yourself and give it to the people in your communities that need it the most.
Because we did that in our area.
Yeah,
and there were,
it's the raising awareness that people, 100 CDs or 50 CDs or 10 CDs might mean something to somebody else, even if it doesn't mean something to you.
An extra meal.
So in your own neighborhood, look around you.
Oh,
who do you think needs help?
Exactly.
We went around.
And go ahead and help.
That's it.
Public.
It doesn't have to be a
take
food
the
bag.
money
It doesn't have to be
and give to
exactly. You can give somebody 20 CDs, 100 CDs. You can
put together a little
non-perishable food and you know what? The rewards are immense. We're girls. We love shoes and bags and jewelry and all that.
Like, I'm upset today I couldn't wear my dress for the show, my intended dress for the show. I'm so upset.
But when you do something like this, it stays with you forever. It changes your focus. It makes you try to change the world, really. One food bag at a time or one 10 CD at a time, but it's something. If everybody did that, there would be no famine, there would be no poverty. If everybody gave,
there'll be no hunger.
You know, just a little bit, you know, and we really hope that in doing this, because we didn't want to go out to beg her, in doing this, in doing this, maybe somebody might be moved. Inspired. You know, they don't have to necessarily give to our charity. They can give it to anybody. Just go to them and help.
Just look around.
There are lots of people. Things I didn't even notice before. When you're driving, you just go. You know, now I'm driving and I'm looking at people to see if somebody looks hungry. You know, it's really strange.
Before, you'd be driving cautiously, like, oh, why is this person standing here? But now it's like, oh, do they need help? Is there something I can do?
Exactly.
Like, you're more open to talking to people, like, oh, like, is everything okay? How are you doing? You know, in these times, like, what can I do to help? Like, it makes you think more outside of yourself. And I think that's important.
In fact, there are positives to the coronavirus.
There are.
When you think about it,
It's
a
challenge.
Way.
I think it's a challenge for human beings to show how human we can be.
We can be.
Because now nobody's flying. You're not going on holiday.
Where are you going?
You're not going shopping.
No.
You can't go to hotels. You can't go to a public pool. No. Now it's the essentials.
No, but at the end of the day,
and it's a roof over your head.
Now it looks like, I said, it's at a standstill a little bit. You know. Earlier today, I was in Parliament. I was talking to a minority chief whip, and he said to me that the WHO gave a certain prediction that it was going to start in China, it would end up in Europe, it would find itself in Asia, then Africa.
On our health systems that are not...
It's finished everywhere. It's conquered China, it's conquered Europe, finished Asia. We are next.
And we're not...
So, I mean, knock on wood, God forbid, if it ends up here, nobody cares about your shoe anymore.
Of course not.
And if your neighbor gets it,
exactly,
what are your chances?
So
we have to take care of each other.
100%.
To make sure that we all stay
100%
safe.
Because now
healthy,
it's the essentials. It's food,
protected.
it's water, it's food, and it's a roof over your head. That's it.
You
Nobody,
ladies are
you don't go
amazing.
out now, so you can't go and say, oh, nice handbag, nice shoes. Nobody cares.
Nobody
It
cares.
is food,
Nobody
water,
cares.
and shelter. So this is what we think
There are so many
everybody should
families.
try and support.
Let's talk funding, because I like to talk funding with everybody that comes here. Let's talk funding. Let's talk funding, ladies. Is it okay? I can't get the impression that you ladies don't need help. Or do you?
Everybody
We
needs
do.
help.
Everybody
Everybody needs help, guys.
Unless you're going.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody needs help.
Yeah, because for everybody
We
that
need
comes
help.
on, I ask them to give out their number so that people want to reach out to them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, let's do
We
that.
will give her number out. I'm joking. No, of course, Isaac. We have. Okay. Yeah. Of course. We had to put it on Instagram. You know, it's uncomfortable to do things like that. But when
it's about the
somebody,
bigger picture.
you get 100 CDs, you get 1,000, you get 2,000, you get 200.
Yeah.
It feels like you're changing something, because to be happy collecting money for somebody else is probably a novel feeling for the majority of human beings, because we're all happy spending
Someone else's
somebody
money, and
else's.
doesn't want a free
Daddy
meal.
buys you a bag, you're happy. You are buying something for yourself, you're
That's
panicking like,
fine.
no, what? Do you understand?
I know what you
but
mean.
that feeling of being
To actually
so
put yourself
happy.
out there like that, and it's not for you.
Yeah, there's
And it's
nothing
not
better.
for you.
There's nothing better.
Amazing stuff.
And
Let's
then
have the number. Let's have the number.
So you can contact us on 0545 796601.
You want to say it
I'll do it
again?
again.
I don't even remember that. She's beast.
It's 0545 796601. So just call, text, WhatsApp, anything. We can give you more information. We can help you out if you want to do it yourself. We can tell you what we put in the bags. You know, we're just here to move the movement. You know, propel it to
Move the movement.
You know, we're trying to propel it. Yeah. So anything you guys want to find out, pitch in, do yourselves. We're here to help.
Yeah.
Now let's talk coronavirus. Sorry.
No. I think it's about all of us.
Absolutely.
So because we're not rigid on doing it with us. I mean,
It's
that's
not about
irrelevant.
that. It's more about
It's about doing something. You know, wherever you are, just
Yeah.
do something. That's enough for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I ask again this question. I ask everybody that comes here. What are your thoughts on coronavirus? Do you think that our attitudes are changing for the better? Our attitudes are changing for the worse? What advice would you give? I mean, you ladies are out there handing out goodie bags, putting yourselves at risk in one way. Think about it also.
Well, to be fair and honest, we didn't give out as many as we made. We gave out some, and we had other people. Thank you. And our accountant Isaac Brady, Gateway, he's the best. Joshua Anderson, our logistics manager at KK.
Okay, so you guys cheated a little bit.
Just a little bit. We still gave out some.
I have a juicy story.
Pointed at the places you should go.
Yeah, I did the
But I have OCD. For me, it's
So
on a normal day without COVID-19, I want to spray everybody before I come in contact with them. So we all have our issues.
yeah.
In
Well,
whose
have
case you
issues.
can't sneeze.
Yeah.
Okay,
we
got
all
it.
have our issues, but
Got it.
I'm happy about what you just asked, because so I got back from London on the 12th of March. I was in London for 2 weeks, and I'm very happy to have this platform to say, because I get the impression
Say it all.
people
Say
in
it all.
Ghana don't seem to understand that this COVID-19 sun rays are not going to do anything. I mean, it's in rainy season, so we're already that's
Forget the sun.
Yeah.
Let's just forget the sun.
I get the impression when I hardly go out. I put myself on quarantine when I arrived. I was in London for 2 weeks. When I got to London, they had about 30 cases of coronavirus. Mind you, that is like the 1st of March. 30 odd cases, I think 3 deaths or 1 death. Something negligible. When I was leaving, it was still the same. I think 11 deaths or 20 deaths and maybe 50. It was negligible. Fast forward 3 months later, London has over 30,000 deaths and I didn't even. I stopped. I used to watch the numbers.
There's no point.
Well,
at some point, there was no point.
They are in their. They might have even more than 300,000 cases. Or don't quote me on that. The last time I saw it, it was in the 200 and something thousands. That is what coronavirus does. It gives you this false sense of, well, if you don't test, you don't know if somebody has it.
Exactly.
So in the first 2 weeks, 1 month, we're all just, it's been 2 months, 3 months. Oh, okay.
Living in least my ignorance.
Exactly. And we know the UK has a lot more test kits than we could ever hope to have. So if it took them that long to get there, add maybe another 6, 7 weeks or 8 weeks to ours. We have no idea.
And we are still not.
And we've seen world economies brought down to their knees. Oil is in the minuses or was, you know what I mean? It's not. I've heard people say things like, oh, it's just a hype. It's not that bad. Do you think
that bad?
Do you think any world economy is going to risk a hype to lose money?
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
And the people dying. Hundreds of thousands of people. Do we have to wait till we have like 5,000 people dead in Ghana to decide? You see people opening doors. I'm just watching, like, I get anxiety when I go into places with more than 5 people. You know what I mean? And I'm masked, gloved, and the masks. I know you keep seeing no mask, no entry. Masks are good and everything, but it's only one barrier. Gloves protect you more because you take them off and whatever is on them. And washing your washing your hands for 20 seconds with soap constantly, hand sanitizers, wearing a mask and not sanitizing and not washing your hand just means once you take the mask off and you touch your face, you are getting coronavirus. That's it. You know, they all have to come together. No, don't just wear your mask and go and have fun in town and come back home.
And be touching everything.
And don't go out. If you don't need to go out for something essential, it's not necessary. The parties will still carry on in a year or two, in 5 months. You know, there's nothing that's happening now that we haven't seen.
That's worth your life. That's worth your life. Exactly. Literally worth your life.
So I'm actually glad for the opportunity because I feel like people don't. I'm wearing a mask. No, a mask is one. It's just one step. You wear a mask.
All our masks are here. We are wearing mouth buds.
Why the noses exposing mouth?
I actually posted it on my Instagram. Like it's meant to
on the screen.
It's meant to cover everything. But yeah, I mean, it was
amazing stuff. Amazing. Sorry?
Is it actually?
Amazing. You ladies. Amazing stuff. We could have gone on and on and on and on and on. However, tonight at 8:30, you know, by way of announcement to our viewers also, there's a little documentary from ex-presidents, you know, presidential candidates of the NDC. You know, we are giving him 30 minutes of our time, and so please do stay tuned and watch that until we can go on and on and on. However, you ladies could come back.
We could.
After I've lost him.
We could. I'm sure our partner,
it would be nice to...
would also love to, you know...
And because I'm expecting that you guys are going to be doing more.
Yeah, definitely. It's still ongoing.
And more.
We're going to do the golf clubs.
Yeah. We tried to even modify the items in the bags because we realized...
Get more people. Yeah. You know, we thought, okay, so instead of doing the 5-kilo bag of rice, 1 liter oil, the 3 sardines, we decided, okay, we'll do maybe a 1 kilo bag of rice, give them a kilo or 2 of gari
as well, because you know,
a lot of thought has gone into this.
I mean, you have lots of those families have or don't have.
The gari are from Mabel, our friend Mabel Sanusi. She's with the Vision World Foundation. Yeah. She's a legend. She honestly,
all of you are legends.
Thank you.
All of you are legends.
She literally, she would tell me, as you know, no, this is, let's just.
I mean, she has the biggest heart. Yeah, she's like, I mean, and Gary is easy to make. You don't need like a gas or fire to make Gary. So if you're giving somebody who doesn't have a home necessarily,
they can make Gary from, you know. No, she thinks
have to think about everything.
Amazing. And then I love the fact that so much thought is going into it. I love the fact that you guys are packaging these things yourself. I love the fact that you are going out there and pointing out the areas and keeping safe is important to keep safe. I mean, we can't risk it all. And I want to wish you well.
Thank
Keep
you
at
very
it.
much.
Amazing stuff. You all of you doing this amazing stuff. You're just rekindling, you know, this feeling in me, and hopefully in the viewers as well.
I hope so.
Keep giving back and taking care of our own. Great stuff, amazing.
Thank you very much.
And lovely to have met you, ladies.
Same here. Thank you so much for having us.
Anytime.
It's been amazing.
Anytime I feel like coming on TV, just to, you know, be on TV, call me.
Okay. You can have a little girl session.
So that'll be like the next 6 months or 1 year.
Well, viewers, this has been our show this evening. Like last week, we, you know, are concentrating on people who are giving out from, you know, deep within themselves, beautiful souls, humanitarians who are giving out, and we really hope that even if you're unable to contact them, you know, directly to assist what they are doing, that you yourself will take it up and continue. Let's spread love. Let's spread love. Coronavirus is real. Let's keep safe. Let's spread love. Have a lovely evening. Don't go away. Our ex-president, John Mahama, is up next. You know, His Excellency John Mahama is up next with his documentary. Let's stay all tuned and watch. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a lovely evening. Bye.